Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, you've done so many amazing costume designs for so many different shows. How do you get into that psyche of what each show, like how the costume design will be for each show?
Well, you know, it's different for every show, but I think what you have to do is throw yourself off the deep end as soon as you are given a script. I don't know about anybody else, but for me as a costume designer, I get very, I feel like we're on a ship. Sorry, it's really funny. I get very attached to projects, and it's very difficult to let them go, even when I'm not on them anymore. And so they stick, you know, because it's sort of it is a creative birthing process. So what I find I have to do is literally read the script about 5 times, kind of memorize it, and even go into places that have nothing to do with the costumes, like nature or looking at art, paintings that may not, it's almost like a cleansing kind of space, like a Zen place where everything's empty. And then I come right back and start to sketch. But it's really nothing more than, it's different than acting, right? It's different than being a director. It's different than being a writer. You literally have to take elements of what's in the script, how you think the director might see the framing. If you know who the actors are going to be, great. Usually you don't. But I just try to put myself in all those places. It's almost like being a bit of a messed up mental person. Many personalities. Because you literally have to put visual puzzles together as you're reading. And it just depends. It depends. On this story, it was building a whole new world of Gilead. And we wanted to make something new that had not happened before. So really, I'm in love with Margaret Atwood. I'm staring at her and I'm a fan right now, and it's really hard not to run over. No, I've met her, but I read her book. You know, I saw the original film. I was moved so much by both, but I had to kind of let them go and start anew. So I guess, does that answer? It doesn't really answer. It's really just having faith that you have a vision and a focus to have a visual dialogue with the words, I guess.
No, definitely. Well, regarding this show, there's so much symbolism in the clothing as well, because there's different tiers and class systems and caste. There's so many different aspects, and each one symbolizes something. So yeah, so how, like, when you were designing this, how did you come up with these designs that when you look at them that you see that there is symbolism to it?
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love you. One never knows, you know what I mean? Here's the deal. I am a very weird creature in that I'm Okinawan but raised in the South, raised in the church, you know, in an Episcopal church. So I kind of threw in all of this Shinto Buddhism from my mom's side and Episcopal Western religion from my dad's side, threw it into the story. It was actually really easy for me. How does one say that? I'm quite taken with dystopian stories, certainly hers. I did Westworld before that, you know. I've been a kid who grew up with that kind of future idea, and so I don't know. I think I'm always sort of approaching life as someone who is trying to create creative and intellectual answers, as stupid as that sounds. I don't mean to make it sound affected, I mean it for real. Like, try to find things that people need to wear at the end of the world. And what that means is making a puzzle of reality, that they're protected by the clothing, that it somehow speaks to God or whatever they believe in, and perhaps it helps them when they're running from the bad men who are running things. So yeah, it's all those things. And then I'm not gonna lie, I'm a girl who came from fashion, so there's a love fest. So I try to throw in that too, because I'm not gonna lie, I want things to be beautiful in their simplicity. You know, it's like you're constantly taking away from elements of clothing and getting it down to its most purest form. And that form is to not only clothe people but protect them. That was always my impetus. Or to hurt them, because I was trying to design for women in a way that would affect them emotionally. So yeah, it just depends on the actor or the character and the story and the scene.
Well, it definitely had that effect on. Well, we know you did Westworld. Are you currently working on maybe the next aspects, and what can you tell us on design?
I am. I'm not on Westworld. I'm working on. I'm sketching only. I'm getting ready to go to Georgia to do another dystopian story called The Passage, and that is Justin Cronin's book. It's a trilogy, and I love it because the hero is a young 10-year-old black girl at the end of the world. And I thought, how many times do you get to design for that? And she's not the only one, but it's a whole different dystopia, truly, which has to deal with the government and covered up information and how they have taken advantage of the prison system. All of these things are quite important to real life. And so my brain is trying to decide what that looks like and how to do it differently than how I've done The Handmaid's Tale or Westworld, right? Because you never want to repeat. Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing like your other work. So thank you so much. Thank you.